3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 1213. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you'd like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. Thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So starting with interpreting the number 1213 like usual, there are 2 ones in this number, and the number 1 for me is about having trust and faith, especially in yourself, in the universe, what you're capable of, what's possible for you, how you and the universe could work together to create or manifest something. But it can also be about having trust and faith in another person or a certain situation. But I definitely am more hesitant to say that than when it comes to having trust and faith in yourself, because I don't want to encourage anybody to have trust and faith in a person or a situation that does not have their best interest in mind and they don't realize that. So at the very least, maybe it would be helpful to ask yourself is if this person or this situation is worth having trust and faith in, not just because you want it, the relationship or situation, but because you feel like there's cooperation, communication, honesty, integrity, authenticity. Like, does it align with who you truly are? Does it align with your own light? Or does it align with your own darkness? And with alignment with your darkness, this could either be confirmation that something is in alignment with you, but, without more context, it's hard to say whether it's good or bad. So focus more on the light, I suppose. Or whatever you feel called to, I guess. But let's move on to the number 2, which can be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation that you are connected to that is important for you to navigate with discernment. Maybe something you can have a little more trust and faith in is your own judgment and your ability to make wise decisions if you really do take your time to think things through and you're not reckless. This could be a call for you to protect yourself from some sort of connection or situation, to walk away, or it could even be about staying. It just matters more whichever is the wise and fair choice to choose. The number 3 is about expressing yourself, using your voice, being honest and authentic, really just showing up honestly as you are. And I'm seeing the phrase, come as you are. I saw it in a video game, so maybe this could be confirmation for you in terms of aligning with my content. But it also reminds me of Nirvana, that song, Come As You Are. Both of them in general are just encouragement for you to show up as you are. Don't try to change yourself in ways that don't align with who you truly are, or try to force yourself to fit in some sort of box. I do want to encourage you to have trust and faith in your own authenticity, even if it takes time to find the right relationships or situations that actually support and love and maybe even honor who you are. The number 3 can also be about taking an opportunity right now or always to heal and to grow. I personally believe you should always take that opportunity, because not only is it about your peace, but it's also about your awareness. Healing really allows us to become wiser. So maybe if there is an opportunity to heal here, it could also be an opportunity for you to see things more clearly, to make a better decision with a different mindset or a different perspective. You know? I just saw the number 555 on the timer, which can be about change, transformation, some sort of transition. This could be about something that needs to change within you, a certain perspective, a certain feeling, a certain belief, maybe a certain desire. I suppose you can't really change your needs. But this could also be about some sort of change that needs to happen outside of yourself. I just got distracted because I'm brushing my hair. I don't know if you can hear it, but it reminds me of Rapunzel. I just felt connected to the word Rapunzel, and I accidentally said the word heal instead of hear. If you haven't seen that movie, I believe that her hair has healing power. Maybe there's something specific about your hair that is healing. Maybe it's something that you appreciate about yourself, or some other reason that it may bring you comfort or clarity. It's definitely interesting. I will say that. But the reference to Rapunzel could also be more symbolic. Somebody feeling trapped in a tower, and like they're not getting the full truth from a parent or a guardian in their life. And if that's true, and ironically, then it's okay if that bothers you, because you are entitled to the truth, to an honest life. I definitely believe that, but the reference to a tower also reminds me of the Tower card in tarot. And right now, I'm feeling connected to the Italian word la torre, which means the tower. So I think it's very clear here that your past loved ones are acknowledging a situation where the ground is feeling a little shaky, or you don't really feel as safe or secure or stable in a certain living situation. I really feel like I'm talking to somebody who is living with their parents. Teen or minor, don't necessarily recommend this content for you, but who am I to say what's meant for you and what isn't, But your ancestors do acknowledge this situation that is very uncomfortable, and maybe even, might be causing you some anxiety. When you add up these numbers in the number 1213, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. And the number 7 is about expanding your awareness and your consciousness and becoming wiser and more spiritually connected. There's really a lot of talk here about healing becoming wiser and more aware, more conscious, more awake, just really seeing things more clearly. It's very possible that you could even be seeing things about life in general that you didn't see before, or there's an opportunity to see things about life that you haven't seen before after healing. Overall, this number 1213 has encouraged you to have trust and faith, and to be wise with your decisions while navigating some sort of relationship or situation, especially if you resonate with feeling like you're stuck in a tower, or you're living at home with your parents, or things at home just aren't as stable, safe, and secure as you want or really need them to be, probably. It's really important to be honest and authentic, and to always give yourself the opportunity to heal and to grow, to learn, to become more awake, wiser, more spiritual. And maybe you're in a situation where you feel like you have to hide who you truly are to keep yourself safe. And I want you to trust your instincts. You know how to protect yourself best because you understand your situation and who you are better than I do. But, yeah. Trust your instincts and have faith and trust in yourself and the universe. Maybe you're in a situation where it feels like freeing yourself is taking forever, or it will take forever, and it might, but what are your other options? It's worth it. You are worth it. So you can see that on the table we have the Secrets of Tarot cards spread out. And for the second part of this reading, I'm just going to pull one of these cards. Just one. But before I do that, I saw number 222 on the timer. So that there is, in my opinion, a pretty strong confirmation of a certain relationship or situation and the need for you to be wise with your decisions and to protect yourself if you need to. And I really want to emphasize that only take the idea of protecting yourself if it truly does resonate for you. But I think we'll take this card here for you. Boom. This is a good card. I have the Queen of Wands. And there are clearly a lot of things written on this card. We have manifestor, drive, fiery, joy, bravery, influence, teach, understand. There's also the zodiac signs of Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Leo in particular might be significant for somebody. I know that the Strength card is connected to Leo. It really reminds me of a lion, this feeling of bravery. Knowing that you're strong, but not feeling like you have to show it off. I always like to make this reference from The Lion King when Mufasa is trying to teach Simba that you should only be brave when you have to be. You shouldn't use it as a tool to impress or anything. There's no need to give yourself some unnecessary anxiety or to put you in an unnecessarily dangerous situation. You don't need to prove yourself to You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. The Strength card in Tarot also has number 8 on it, which I associate with loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. So if you do feel like you have to let go of someone or something within you or outside of you, trust that this sacrifice, this release, maybe will make sense, but will definitely be replaced if you stay on the path that allows you to keep healing and growing and expressing yourself honestly and authentically. And speaking of manifestor, that's how you attract who and what is meant for you by showing up honestly for yourself and for others. If you don't want dishonest relationships or situations, don't be dishonest. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to others. It really does just cause more trouble, in my opinion. It doesn't really bring you a sense of security, also in my opinion. But the artist of this deck wrote woman over 25 years. That does not have to resonate for you, but it could be extra confirmation for you if it does. Same with green eyes, blonde to red hair. But what could apply to anybody is positivity, fiery, and outspoken. This card is all about self-confidence, really. Showing up confidently. I honestly feel like this is something that you are meant to be focused on. Building up your self-confidence. I think that self-confidence is such an important thing to have when trying to create a life that is truly peaceful and abundant, because you have to know who you are, what you want, and you have to be able to see through lies and deception. I personally believe that if you are dishonest with yourself, it's going to be very hard seeing the lies or the deception in other people or certain situations. Honesty is a form of protection. So, if somebody does resonate with the need to protect themselves, be honest with yourself about who you are and what you're dealing with right now. And ask yourself, how could I believe in myself more? How can I trust myself more so I can see things more clearly and I'm not being misled or misguided by fear or self-doubt? It's very clear that this reading is encouraging you to be honest so that you can work on your self-confidence. And again, if you feel like you have to hide who you are, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to know every step of the way forward to know where you're going. All you need is you and your trust and your faith and yourself, as well as the universe and whatever higher power you believe in or that you want to believe in. Overall, this reading has encouraged you to have trust and faith wherever it resonates for you, but definitely in yourself here. I think having trust and faith in yourself is a really good way to build your self-confidence, because when you learn how to have more trust and faith in yourself, you're willing to face your fears more, and it allows you to experience exposure to those fears in a way that shows you were more capable than you thought you were. That comes from personal experience as somebody who used to deal with really bad anxiety. Stop telling yourself, I can't, and start telling yourself, I can. It really does bring a sense of freedom. And sometimes when you're dealing with fear, you're trying to have a better relationship with it. It's not about getting rid of it, and it's more just about accepting that it's there and allowing yourself to be uncomfortable and to have courage and to keep moving forward anyway. I'm thinking of Courage the Cowardly Dog. Maybe there's something paradoxical here or conflicting. Maybe it's time to let go of that side of yourself that wants to run and hide. Maybe. But keep working on expressing yourself honestly, even if you have to do it behind closed doors, because the only person in this world who actually needs to see you for who you are is you. In my opinion, anyway. Take an opportunity, if you have it, to heal and to grow, to learn, to become wiser, more awake, more conscious, and more spiritually connected with yourself and the universe. The Queen of Wands here on the table is clearly showing me that your focus should be on your self-confidence. And if that's already where you are, this is confirmation that you are on the right path, and it's encouragement for you to keep moving forward.